Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tellor Dev Call. Today is July 13, 2026. And we're still working on getting that release out. So let's get started with where we're at with that. I guess, Dan?
Yeah, Akram and I have been going back and forth on that validator 30% limit. Um, there's a lot of keeper methods that touch delegations, so got a little complicated. But other than that, working on setting up the Open Zeppelin defenders for our data bank and data bridge contracts.
All right. Thank you. Akram.
Almost done with the review. I've been kind of trying to comb through it
Mhm.
with several changes. So it looks good to me. I'm gonna give it another pass with Claude Claude's review. See if I missed anything or any gaps that I didn't think about. Um, yeah. So should be if my review is right, then Claude comes up with nothing. Should be done. So.
Awesome. All right. Tim.
Yeah, I'm doing another pass today over the user contracts. And then maybe would we be able to review what I have
Yeah.
today? Um,
One.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. Brian.
Yeah, working on these X campaigns. We're just gonna have some pre-planned out X posts that we can schedule out and have a nice steady stream. And then I also want to get on the Block Explorer for the UX update. All the other sites are done.
Mhm.
Feeds, the Query ID station, and the hub. So now we can, if I can get the Explorer done, then we can have a nice new complete suite of websites.
Great. Cohesive design overall.
Yeah.
Should we consider the main site? I feel like our green has
Evolved.
evolved over time.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Not a bad idea.
finish the Explorer and then we can talk about if there's any pieces that we could lighten up
Yeah.
with the greens or introduce those greens into the old site. Right. Spuddy.
Hi. I've been working on gathering logs to try to compare the efficiency, or not efficiency, but the health of the test reporters and other reporters, to try to understand if the changes that we're making in layer daemons are helping anything with the fallbacks, and I think they are. So we've been adding fallbacks for endpoints, really good fallback behavior coverage now. So that actually helps liveness. But then we've also been adding more checks on data safety. So we added checks for making sure that the data is not too old and making sure that the sources aren't really far apart, which also indicates that something's weird. It's dangerous to report a value if the markets are going crazy. And that makes the reporters less live. So we've made some changes that made it more live, made some changes that made it less live. So I'm comparing old, just to see if what we're doing makes sense. And then I'm going to make a release of layer daemons. I didn't get it done on Friday because I started pulling logs and looking at logs. Having Hermes agent analyze the logs too. It's really good at it. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Right. And the upgrade, when is that supposed to go through, Caleb or Spuddy? So the update I'm talking about is we updated the cycle list for, if anybody was not aware, we did announce it last week. We updated on testnet and then we updated on mainnet. Testnet takes a day, mainnet takes 4 days. But Caleb, when is it supposed to go through?
I'm looking up the actual time right now.
I
In
can
the
see voting ends today, 2 p.m.
So probably tomorrow then. Is that how it works?
No, it'll go through as soon as the voting period's over.
Right. So then maybe I know there's a lot that you have going on, Spidey, but maybe prioritize that the release just so that people have it when it comes
No,
out.
it was already, the release was
It's already
already
out. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's not out, but it's already like the first thing to do.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right. And did we get any questions from the people, from the public?
Just the notes have questions about IBC and the other suggestion. You want to go through them?
Yeah. So one of the suggestions from Notes Hub was to use PebbleDB. I think we just need to do research. I'm not sure. I think maybe Spuddy, Caleb, you guys wanna.
I have
can.
looked into it actually. I looked at because he suggested it privately to me like a while ago. So I think the way it works is it would have to be like the nodes, like a validator running PebbleDB can validate the same chain as a validator running the Go, like forget what the name of the standard one is that we're using. We're using the standard one.
Go level DB.
Go. Thank you, Caleb. But syncing doesn't work across the two types of databases. So you have to have like a set of nodes on PebbleDB for everybody to sync to. And then, yeah. So it kind of, you have two different sets of nodes that can sync with each other. I think becomes the technical trade-off.
Okay. So it's either all or nothing in a way. We have
No,
to.
I mean, you can start migrating everybody to PebbleDB and say like, hey, the next time you sync your node, do it this way.
Are
But
the,
then, yeah,
are the technical efficiencies worth it?
I haven't tested that.
I think
I never started a node using it, but we could easily start a node that uses it, I think, right, Kate? Unless I'm missing something. Caleb might be shaking his head.
I'm not sure actually. With the syncing stuff, I don't know how we would get one synced up.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you sync the first one?
Yeah, we'd have to look into There's probably some way to migrate. Like you could stop your node, migrate your store to a different DB type. But yeah, I can look into that.
Well, it should make technical sense, right? If it's more efficient, like what are the pros of actually doing this lift? I think
Yeah.
into that too.
If we run one, we'll be able to know. We'll know right away if it's better or not.
And I mean, based off of the message, it seems like it's mostly just reducing disk read and writes, which, if his numbers are right, that would be a pretty significant improvement.
Yeah, that's actually the hardest thing about. That's the hardest. It's the bottleneck.
Okay.
For nodes in general is the storage speed.
So it's definitely worth exploring more.
So Notes Hub will explore it. We'll do some research and hopefully get back with some resolution at some point. Obviously, this week the release and the upgrade and getting the new release for Tellor for Layer are priorities, but this will be in the back of Caleb's and Spuddy's workload. And then the next question he asked was about whether we consider turning on IBC so that TRB could go on a DEX. And there's a couple of things going on here. One of the reasons our bridge to Ethereum is so slow is for security reasons. And we did have IBC turned on actually right before, up until April. And then in April, Dan turned it off after Saga, and that was the best path for us to go through to go towards, just because Saga and IBC had a vulnerability and it was exploited. I think like $7 million were like I don't know, like I didn't look exactly into the exploit, but it had to deal with IBC, and a bunch of people got together, they used the Cosmos SDK and they patched it. I think it is patched now. But as of now, we just figured that will be in the back burner for us. Make sure that other people are the guinea pigs and test that it continues to be safe. And then, yeah, I mean, in the future, we'll look into that. Obviously, we're going to be looking into it with a security mindset, not just for IBC and the potential vulnerabilities and maintenance of it, but also how does that affect the flow of TRB and its security back to mainnet and people being able to run away with tokens. My main concern with the DEX, it's not really TRB, it's mostly somebody coming up with an idea of doing some sort of derivative of TRB, and people ending up with tokens that are locked in our system because they're under their state, and then they run off with this derivative product that holds all the risk of the actual validator providing bad data and getting slashed and then defaulting. So that's my main concern right now. I haven't really looked into it. I just thought those were the first thoughts that came to mind when I saw that. For TRB itself, I don't think it should be that big of an issue because you can only take TRB that are unstaked and that have been unbonded for whatever period of time, for the 21 days, after the 21 days. So those I think would be safe. I think my biggest concern is more like derivatives of that might come after. So that's what I'm thinking. Might not be anything to worry about, but we'll explore it for sure. And then we'll give it a little bit more time for IBC to be turned back on, just because we want to make sure that is safe as well. That is pretty much it. If anybody has, obviously we'll discuss it within the team, and I think I tend to be a little bit more paranoid and just making sure that we are secure and that people don't end up with risks that they don't understand. But we can discuss it within the team, and maybe that's just something that I don't need to worry about. But all right, and if that's pretty much all that we got through the weekend. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we'll have a release by then. All right, bye guys.